old way. Hi, tell me what's wrong. Alex, oh yes, bunion. Oh, I'm going to tell you all about bunions. Oh, top technical bunions. Look, she doesn't care. Well, she's really there. She's not there for her sore bunion. She's there really because she wants to go in September to dance at her daughter's wedding pain-free. It may take you a couple of weeks to find that out if you don't ask her the right questions.
Exactly. You need to know the expectations of the patient or the target.
Why? They're not there because she's had the pain for 6 years. She's not there for the pain. She's not there for the pain. She's there for what the pain is stopping her doing. Being active, being mobile. She's worried about surgery. She's worried about she can't dance. She's worried about that people will see her not being able to dance. People think people will see her limping. She wants to be active. She wants to be healthy. She wants to be mobile. She wants to be a feisty, woman who can rock really good shoes. She wants to wear Jimmy Choos, mate. That's what she wants. Okay? Okay. So, new way. Brilliant. Your receptionist has done all the work. It's all there. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. This is the Justin Blake podcast experience for health professionals that mean business. So wherever you are in the world, listen as we discuss everything you need for you and your health business to survive and thrive. Thanks for listening.
Well, Justin, I think you have a pretty interesting story in your life. You studied in England, if I'm not wrong, because you couldn't study in Ireland. What was that?
Well, there was. So, hola, ¿cómo está? My name is Justin Blake. I'm a podiatrist based in Ireland now. And yes, when I was, I went there. There was a school of podiatry in Northern Ireland in Belfast, but I decided I wanted to go away to see the bright lights in the big city. So I went and I trained in London at the London Foot Hospital. Let me just...
Excuse me this question. Are you from Southern Ireland or Northern Ireland?
I'm from Northern Ireland.
And
yes.
Is there any problem to go from Northern to Southern Ireland? Or is there any conflict to study just like...
What, to travel?
Yeah, to travel, to study in Southern Ireland when you are from Northern, or working with a Northern title in Southern.
I think. Are we still part of Europe? I can't remember. I'm not too sure whether we are still part of Europe. But yeah, there's no border. There's no. Let me just check this thing because I want to just see the comments. There's no. Here we go. There's no border. There's no. There's about a minute or so delay. Hi, Jane. How are you? Hope you can hear us okay. So we're good to go. No, there's no border. It's like driving from. It's like driving from France to Spain or from. It's seamless. Pretty much, and that could be a problem later when there's going to be the Brexit.
Yeah,
Northern Ireland is part of. You will still be part of Europe, and Ireland won't be part of Europe, and Ireland will, and there's going to be a whole border. I don't know.
It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess.
It's going to be very much a mess. So let me just try and figure this out. Okay, so we're good. Excellent. So anybody, I'm sure, can send questions in on Facebook too. Okay. But you probably want to, Jose, introduce this podcast in Spanish first.
Okay, yeah. Muy buenas a todos. Estamos en podcast.es, un capítulo diferente hoy. Estamos también en vivo en Facebook. Tenemos a nuestro Braincario, a Brain for Fit. Buenas, Brain.
¿Qué tal?
Y tenemos a un invitado, desde nuestro primer invitado desde Reino Unido. Tenemos a Justin Blake.
Muy especial.
Hi, Justin. Welcome to podcast.es.
Hi, good. Thank you for having me. And so, for anybody who's watching on Facebook Live now, Brain for Feet, Eugene, he is the secret podiatrist, and no one in the world knows his identity. And you can find his. Pardon me.
Not by the way, not by the moment, but someday I'm going to be presented in person.
Someday he will all be revealed, and so you can find you can find him on Instagram at Brain for Feet.
Exactly.
So this should be interesting. I've never done a covert podcast anywhere with somebody, so it should be interesting. So, good evening.
For people that is trying to practice Spanish or practice English the other way, we will post in the following days this podcast on our normal regular via like Spotify or Apple podcast in Spanish and in English. So the original and the translation of everything, or I will try, of everything in Spanish. So it's good for people that likes podiatry and wants to practice the other language.
Yeah, but the people must learn English.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
I think I need to practice my Spanish. I've got a few words. We'll talk about what those are later. So,
exactly.
It's all clean. So how's things in Spain? All good? Back to clinical work?
Yeah, we've been from the 4th of May. Since the 4th of May, we've been back at work, at least myself, but with special measures to prevent the spread of the virus. I think Brain. Did you stop, Brain, during the lockdown?
I just stopped for 2 weeks, just for mandatory 2 weeks, just in quarantine. And the other thing is they working about in urgencies mode. Exactly. I just only make some kind of emergencies.
And I think, Justin, right now you are not working in practice, are you?
No, I've retired.
You retired? Early retirement?
No, I'm 50. I've done 30 years fiddling with feet.
But so this is early retirement anyway.
Well, yeah.
10 to 40.
Super early retirement, as I said.
Super early retirement, yes.
What do you have to do to get this early retirement?
Yes.
Earn now no money and live. I'm moving to Spain because...
do you have a sentence for that?
Yes. The majority of my last practices, when I had a number of practices, I did all the. I was doing all the marketing and the planning and everything behind the scenes in the business. So I have decided to. That's what I'm doing now is I'm helping other good clinicians build fantastic practices. That's what I'm helping people do. That's what I do. That's what I want to do.
Your job right now is just quite like mentoring other people or practicing giving courses, something quite like that. That would be amazing. I love to do that, but I need the clinic part also right now.
Mm-hmm. Experience.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
You have this previous 30 years.
because I mean, I think I've said to you, Jose, before, and people have heard me talk over the last few weeks. I've run practices in England and in Ireland very, very badly for a number of years. I took really poorly, like most people run their practices, where it's not really a practice, it's just a job. Yeah. You have no idea how to expand, or you may be lucky, and again, I've been quite lucky in my practice, but in my professional practice, but in terms of running a business, I had no idea until. So I qualified in 1992, and I ran practices badly, probably until about 2002, maybe 2004. Okay, and I got to the stage where I had, at the Christmas party for the staff, on the Friday before Christmas, I had about 300 euros left in my bank account.
Well,
and there was clinic was going to be closed for the whole of the Christmas holidays.
Yeah.
And there was going to be rent due in January and wages due and all that sort of stuff. Okay. And I promised myself for me and for my family, I would never be in that situation again. So instead of then going on more courses to learn biomechanics and foot mobilization and ski alignment and all the things I'd done before, I decided to learn actually how to run a business. Yeah. And so that completely changed. Yeah.
I think,
lots of people run practices very, very poorly because there's no training.
Exactly.
Just one question. I'm just gonna go before you, Jose, because I think we can enter inside this topic right now. The thing is, there's one influence about the situation of the podiatry inside Ireland, about the influence in this decision to change in that marketing way.
Mm-hmm.
Justin, that's the situation of the podiatry inside Ireland. There, I listened that it comes a little bit late, for sure. Just to say in one way, it influences to you just to decide this change.
No, I mean it's influence. No, I had no money. I was working really hard. I was working 70 hours a week, 80 hours a week. Yeah. Working Saturdays, working late nights.
Yeah.
Busy. No money. Busy fool.
That's a run. Okay.
Stressed. No money. No time. No nothing.
So you must change your situation. This is not life. I know that.
One good point and bad point of our profession is that you can run poorly a practice and earn enough for living. So it makes you like living off that with doing just poor thing, but it's also difficult to make the change to work in a different way because you are earning enough for living.
Yes,
I think that is something that keeps back a lot of people when they have to learn about business, as you say. You are doing enough money for living.
How the change comes, how you earn that money to change.
Yes. See, this is the thing. Every course is about more technical skills, more learning, more mechanics, more everything else.
Yeah.
My point is, well, what happens if you don't have a practice now that you can do that in? And the really sad thing about what has happened recently is, I know in Ireland and in the UK and in South Africa and Australia and I know in Canada, practices are closed now. They will never reopen. Yeah, because they didn't have a business.
Okay,
exactly.
They didn't have a business. It's very sad that just the costs of getting to reopen, the cost of it, and again, it's given people a chance to. A couple of the practices, it was just a chance for them to reevaluate how they wanted to work. And I know one physiotherapist in Ireland, she had a very, very successful practice with 4 or 5 physios in a very large primary care centre in the west of Ireland. She's decided not to reopen, but I think that was more she was working in a different way and just a reevaluation. So we've talked over the last couple of months on other calls about, I was very worried that people were just everybody seemed to want to just get quickly back to work, just back to doing the same thing again.
Yes.
And I'm sure everybody's had a lot of time now to think, what's really important and what they really want to do. And I think I was said, this is now is the 6 or it's too late now. 6, 8 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, end of March, around St. Patrick's Day was the time to start thinking now, what do I want to be doing in 3 years' time, 5 years' time? Mm-hmm. That was the time to start to think to change. And some people have decided a complete change. I know a physiotherapist, I interviewed Anthony Claffey a couple of weeks ago, and Anthony was doing some online consultations. manual therapist, specializes in anatomy and motion and pain and movement specialist. He's now transitioned completely, pretty much 95% online. And he's not consulting in Tanzania, but he's consulting in Canada, consulting in Australia, consulting, I think it was Kenya. It wasn't Tanzania. But and he's like, it's fantastic, Zoom, because he's a movement specialist. Guess what? You can see using Zoom movement.
Yes.
So I understand that it's difficult for a practical podiatrist to do anything with a scalpel through the screen.
Exactly.
But with guys who I talked to in the middle of March, it was like, well, it's pretend your aunt is on holiday in Spain and she's phoned you and she's hurt her foot or she has a blister or she's tripped over. The advice you would give your aunt or a friend if he phoned you from America or from Canada, or for my friend Richie or Charlie in Australia. If Charlie phoned and he hurt his foot, that telehealth, a video consult, is just how you would talk to your friend about how to help them. That's all it was. It's people were, how can I and again, podiatry, I'm a physical podiatrist. I need to touch. Okay, well, just give the advice. And if you give advice at the end of March, and maybe checked in with that person again in the middle of April, and then they would maybe be coming to your practice today.
Yeah, adapt to the situation.
We're not reopen, because this is the thing in practice, is that we all focus very, very short term. Yeah. We go and give a talk and we get no patients. We put an ad in the local community center or the GP practice or the thing, and you don't get immediate patients. So it's business is a long-term plan. I mean, I was talking to somebody last night, and they were talking about maybe opening another clinic in December in Dublin.
That's great.
Well, not really, because there's practices closing. And
yeah, okay, I understand. Right now, opening something is great.
Okay, I'll give away some trade secrets. The guy in Dublin who's closing wants to sell his practice.
Uh-huh.
But guess what? Nobody wants to buy it.
Okay.
Because they're going to get the patients for free.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so this girl understands that. She was going to open a practice anyway because she was very busy. Because we work with her, we've helped her to get very busy. And she was like, oh, I don't need, but I was like, today is when you need to advertise your job because you don't want to leave it until the week before. So it's the same with pay. You need to, somebody asked me a couple of weeks ago in England, why would I put an ad in a newspaper now for patients if I cannot open? And it's like, well, we don't want patients next week. This is for the patient that we want in a month or 2 months or 3 months. That's people think my last holiday to Spain, to Ibiza, for the culture and the food and the things before. I've been to Ibiza for the other Ibiza. Or if somebody is coming from Spain to Ireland for a holiday, okay, you just don't book the first flight, the first hotel, the first thing straight away. Yeah, if you're planning a holiday, you look where you're going to go to Dublin or to where, and you're going to look at the flights, and then you're going to check the hotels, and then you maybe talk to a friend who's been before, and you wait and you look and then you maybe take 2 or 3 or 4 weeks before you actually book the flight, book the hotel, book the tour, book the.
Yeah.
That's how you made your last holiday. Yeah. If I got my new webcam, it's working. Look, you can see me and you can hear me in stereo sound. It took 8 weeks to get here. Didn't get one. So when I bought the webcam, I researched it. I looked at which was the best one. I looked at thing. I compared. I read the reviews. I looked at somebody. That's how I make a decision to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't think that your patients do exactly the same process, they come to your website, they go away, they maybe look at somebody else's, they check everybody, they ask a friend, they talk to their doctor. The lady down the butcher said, you need to go and see this guy. That's the decision.
That's a very clever point of view. That's a very clever point of view.
That's how people make decisions.
It touches one. Sorry, tell me. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So the thing is, it touches one point of view that I share so much. There is about the context of the patient and where he lives. Mm-hmm. There is a context. There is a situation of the patient that not only rounds around the leg of the patient or the foot of the patient, something quite like that. It rounds around his own moves and his own world and his type of view. So this is one of the things that I could apply in treatment. It couldn't be applied on every decision the patient makes. So it's a very good point of connection. That's massive to hear that. And even the changes go step by step. So the thing is, the long period changes are more valuable than the short ones. I think so. That you say.
Yes. I mean, it's well. Of course, I mean, you're very much involved with you understand the whole neural, the biomechanics and your research and the treatment you're doing. It's all neural based.
I think so.
Yes. And so, and I think you're talking about you've got to meet the patient where they are on their journey. Yeah, and I mean, this isn't to say that somebody doesn't phone your clinic and wants an appointment today. I mean, that does happen. But it's like going to the dentist with a toothache. Yeah, you get the toothache, and you know you're going to have to go to the dentist. Yeah, and it gets worse over the next few weeks. Yeah, you have to go. Yeah,
it's not the same over podiatry. It goes a long term.
It's a long term, and you know you're going to have to go to the dentist, and then you ring and you book in and you go. Well, that's the same with a foot problem, you know. And a lot of people it'll just get to the stage where it's got so bad. That's the clinic call that you get. Hi, have you got an appointment today? I want to be seen today. You've had all those calls before, and they ring. Somebody will just get out the. I was going to say get out the yellow page. There's no yellow page. They get on Google. And they look in every clinic near Valencia, and they go and they, hello, can you see me today? No. Can you see me today? Yes. Okay, I'll go in there. And they want it now. Okay. That's only a small percentage of patients. The vast majority of patients are, like we talked about before, it's a 6 month, a 6-year process of coming to the clinic. Because you've all
mouth by mouth.
Because you've had a patient who, they sit in front of you and you say, just say again, how long have you had this problem?
Exactly. This is so typical.
Yes.
What? 6 years?
Like every day.
Every day. It's like, what? How?
Every day.
So, but then, they, at the start of the consultation, they may say, oh, maybe 6 weeks or 6 weeks. But then later on, you may find out that, actually, that hip, and then I broke that leg. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I broke that leg. And then I twisted my ankle 10 years ago, and I had to stop playing football. But that hasn't got anything to do with my knee now, is it? Fucking loco stuff, crazy stuff.
You're remembering. So today at the same point, it's 1 hour, just maybe about 3 hours just before to come to the interview. There is one patient that I delivered these gases and soles. So he said, now I think I am quite good. I just try you. I'm going to send my mom that they have a pain from 6 years old in this hip. And I said, 6 years of waiting about what are you thinking? And you have to try by yourself just to send your mother here. I think you could search a little bit better. So it's about a mouth by mouth and very slowly processing about the confidence. Maybe it's all about the confidence. When you have the patient incoming? When you have the patient...
it's not. It is confidence, but it's a lot deeper than that. It isn't that they didn't want to get the problem fixed or treated or solved. They didn't know how. They didn't know what questions to ask, because they will have tried. They will have tried a number. They will have gone to see their doctor and maybe got tablets, or maybe waiting for an orthopedic referral in 2 years' time. That they may have already bought an insole from Amazon or from the local chemist and tried it. Mm-hmm. They've gone to the guy who give it a bit of a rub. Yeah, they've been to the other clinic and got orthotics or got a rehab program, and they've tried, but then it didn't actually get fixed, and then they think it's their fault that it didn't get fixed.
Yeah,
it's the same way. It's the same as when you have a patient who sits with you in a clinic with 3 pairs of orthotics in a bag.
Oof. Yeah. Oof. Oh my God.
You've had that. Yeah, I think most I had was about 8. Yeah, 8. I think a colleague of mine, somebody had 12 pairs of orthotics, 12 pairs of insoles and orthotics. Like a 12 case. I think most I saw was about 8. And you think, why didn't you go back to the last guy and get him to fix it? Why are you coming to me now?
Yeah.
You know why? They're embarrassed. They think it's their fault it didn't work. They don't want to make a mistake again. And this is it. This is that journey of the person. They try the doctor. They try the insole. They try the tablets. They try what the lady in the butcher said. They try all these things, and it didn't work. They didn't get and they think it's their fault. So they're worried and they're embarrassed. And they don't want to make another mistake, okay? And then, so this is why we need to talk to patients completely differently, away from technical stuff. Yeah, so when they come to your website, if it talks like every other podiatry, physio, osteopath, physical therapist website in the world, guess what it all talks about? It talks about the therapist, and it talks about their qualifications, and it talks about biomechanical assessments and orthotics and gait analysis. And guess what? Patients don't understand any of that, and they don't care. Because if the guy who works loading the stuff into the back room of the butchers can fix my knee, I'll go and see him. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, because websites, I've got a good video, and it was a talk from 3 years ago. So this is nothing new, me talking about this. And it was like, you're speaking Martian to your patients. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we do.
But that's again about
with Alan in the coffee shop, I think he thought a biomechanical assessment was something you did to the car.
That's one of the things that I answer on Tyson's interview when I made it. It's there's maybe one different thing about Brain for Fit, the why I do. It's just about explaining the patient all and why I do all my things. So that's why the patient gets these questions that they have for his own self and his ego answered. So this guy knows how to or why she's working about this way. So maybe they could stay or they could bring more people. It's a good point of interest. It's about explain about to not be a Martian, but try to explain all why you do that and try to make the patient enter in your circle of confidence. That's very good. I love that.
In my clinics, I banned technical terms and Latin words. Patients don't need to know where the posterior tibial tendon runs. They don't care. All they care about, and we talked on a call last night that Jose was on as well, and it was me talking again about, when a patient comes to see you, let's call her Anna, okay? She comes to see you, okay? And if you have your website and your reception and everybody talks the same way, and that was the thing, you've got to make it easy for her to come. So when she does come to see you, when she does eventually end up on your website, because that's where people find you now. Yeah, they Google you, or they find you on Facebook, and depending on maybe Instagram. Okay, but if you're of a certain age, it's Facebook. But how did you find the last thing you wanted? You Googled it, right? When they find you on Google, when they come to your website, if you talk technical, talk all about you and how good a clinician, and how many qualifications, and how many courses you've done, they don't care.
and they don't find you.
They don't care. They go to the next one and the next one. And the amazing thing is, guess what? That in our clinics, so I'm sure it's like a lot of clinics in the world, 60% of our foot pain problems was heel pain.
Yeah, but also patients don't type masters in sports podiatry. They type the pathology. The pathology.
My heel is sore. That's what they Google. My heel is sore. Help my heel pain. my bunion is sore. Somebody told me the other day, a really here's one free one for you. Keyword.
My toe hurt.
No. Cramp. My calf is cramping. That's what people look at. People don't Google plantar fasciitis.
They don't know how to write it.
People don't Google hallux abductovalgus. How can I help my sore foot? So when Anna comes to your website, or when Anna comes to my websites or websites that we help people make, it talks about them. It talks about people just like them. And if she comes from a Google heel pain page, guess what? Where she's got to go to on your website, she's got to go to the heel pain page. Because if she goes to the knee pain page, she hasn't got knee pain. She goes to another website. Okay? We didn't fix feet. We help people 40 plus keep active and mobile, avoiding surgery and painkillers. Would you like to make an appointment? Of course you would.
No, of course, yes.
Okay, and then it's the psychologically different how you speak to them all through that. And so let's get back to Anna. So she comes and she eventually finds and makes the decision 6 years after she should have made a decision. Guess what? She tells you why she's there, what she's worried about. Okay, so and it takes a little bit of because she's scared and she's worried, especially now. Nobody wants to go to a clinic anymore. That's going to be an issue. But just say it's all this hasn't happened and there's no issues like that. Well, first of all, when they come to the clinic, they're worried. People don't like going to strange places or what. They don't know how it works, what the routine is, or where do I go? In here? Who's that? All this sort of stuff. People don't know. That's why get your phone out now and just do a walkthrough of your clinic. Here's the car park. Here's the door. This is the button to push. You'll walk along this corridor. Here's the room. Here's this. Show them. People want to see it before they go. That's why you go on TripAdvisor and you look at the hotel room, and you look at the bathroom, and you look at the restaurant, and you look at where the swimming pool is in the hotel, and you look at all the pictures. Then you go to the next website and you look at all the pictures of a different hotel. People do this all day.
You're talking about the be more person, less podiatrist.
It's not about the podiatrist. I'm not allowed to swear anymore, apparently. We're going to keep it clean. We keep it. Well, no, I don't swear when I talk biomechanics. I do swear when I talk business.
I know that.
I resist myself now. Yeah, you need to talk to them. It's like talking to your aunt.
Yes.
Talking to your aunt. If you talk to your aunt about bunions and hallux valgus, you talk to her normally. You don't talk technical.
Mm-hmm.
You don't.
Relax.
Crazy. When I found out, I didn't make this up. I learned this from somebody else. This was my business journey. This isn't me. I learned this from somebody else. They figured it out. I mean, but businesses better than ours have figured this out. Disney have figured this out. Disney's a business. Everybody thinks Disney is it's a lovely place to go with the kids and it's great and everybody wants to go to Disney. Do you know how many years they have worked hard at that? It's like it's not a business and they give you entertainment and value.
Experience.
It's seamless. It's seamless. But guess what? Disney are a multi-billion-pound euro business. But nobody thinks that because they do it very, very, very subtly, very psychologically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's get back to Anna. She comes. She's had 6 years of pain. You have a chat, and if you run clinics like I did, the most important person in your clinic, who do you think it is? Not you. Not you. You're a receptionist. You're front desk. You're the first person.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a good talk with my colleague Jerry Durham in from the States. Jerry is all about it's the front desk is who sets the whole tone for your whole business. So when Anna gets on Google and eventually after 6 years decides, let's go and see Jose in Valencia.
Mm-hmm.
She arrives in the clinic. When she books, if your reception just says, "Hi Anna, yes, next Wednesday, yes, €75." No, thanks.
No,
Just book the appointment. It's not 75. That's what we charge. That's why I could go on holiday in Ibiza, but we'll get to that later. The normal conversation is, hello, yes, no problem. Next Wednesday, great, thank you, bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
If your receptionist answers the phone and says, hello, oh, yeah, we want to book an appointment. Yes, no problem. Excuse me, would you mind me asking me your name? Hi, Anna, I'm Maria. Would you mind just telling me now, just a little bit more? No, I'll book that appointment, no problem. But would you mind telling me a little bit more about what you've done? 5 words, the 5 key words, anything. Anybody ever asks you anything about pricing or this or what? You say, why? What have you done? That's all the question you ask her. No problem. I'll book that appointment for you. Would you mind telling me why? What have you done?
Mm-hmm.
And then Anna tells her. Yep. And that, don't worry about this. The 35, 40 second conversation now is a 4 or 5 minute conversation or a 20-minute conversation because Anna tells her everything. Really? Tell me more. And what happened? You sprained that ankle 10 years ago? Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Until she's told her everything.
But you need a receptionist for that.
Yes. Well, you can do it yourself if you really want to. But we'll get on to about why we need to increase prices in practices. But I'll relate that back in a minute. So the great thing about that is then that when Anna comes to the clinic, your receptionist has already given you Anna's story on a piece of paper.
Easy work.
You read it before you see her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And your first question isn't what's wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Maria tells me, okay, and this is a story we told last night. Maria tells me it's your daughter's wedding in Andalusia in September.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you really want to go and you really want to dance in your fuck me pumps in Andalusia at your daughter's September thing. Fantastic. It's now June. I'm so glad you've come in. I can help you with that.
Mm-hmm.
My brain doesn't understand the fuck me pumps.
Okay,
you have to go to
Spanish. Explain in Spanish.
You have to go to Justin's Instagram to find out.
Let's see.
Explain for everybody who's listening in Spain now.
I'm not sure if I should know. Only pumps. According to what I understood, is the kind of high heels made to look sexier. The women. Is that something like that?
This Spanish guy hasn't a clue. All the girls in the world know what I'm talking about, even in Spain. Say it in Spanish for me, please.
Okay.
Say it in Spanish.
What? But what do you want me to say?
Suck me pumps in Spanish.
We don't have a word for that. Well,
what really is this? I just kind of I'm finishing right now.
The literal translation that I'm gonna have to put a beep later is "Fóllame el culo."
Sí.
But it's so rude.
Every girl has got more than a couple of pairs of shoes. Every girl's got a pair of shoes that she wants to go out to the bar, to the club with, to the wedding, to look sexy, to make her look good. She feels better about themselves. That's what shoes do for people. Yeah, it's complete. I mean,
but there's a difference.
What's Spanish for Sex in the City? Every Spanish girl I know watches Sex in the City. Love Carrie Bradshaw. What's Sex in the City in Spanish? Like, these guys haven't even watched it. You're podiatrists. What are you doing? Anyway, so Anna wants to go to her daughter's wedding and dance the fandango in September in her fancy shoes without pain, because the last time she went to somebody else's wedding last year, she couldn't walk for a week after, and she isn't able to wear her high heels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So in the old way, Anna would have just sat in front of you and told you she had a sore, let's say, bunion, hallux valgus. So she come in and you normally, old way, hi, tell me what's wrong. Hallux, oh yes, bunion. Oh, I'm going to tell you all about bunions. Oh, talk technical bunions. Fuck, she doesn't care. Well, she's really there. She's not there for her sore bunion. She's there really because she wants to go in September to dance at her daughter's wedding pain-free. It may take you a couple of weeks to find that out if you don't ask her the right questions.
Exactly. You need to know the expectations of the patient or the target.
Why? They're not there because she's had the pain for 6 years. She's not there for the pain. She's not there for the pain. She's there for what the pain is stopping her doing. Being active, being mobile. She's worried about surgery. She's worried about she can't dance. She's worried about that people will see her not being able to dance. People think people will see her limping. She wants to be active. She wants to be healthy. She wants to be mobile. She wants to be a feisty, woman who can rock really good shoes. She wants to wear Jimmy Choos, mate. That's what she wants. Okay? Okay, so new way. Brilliant. Your receptionist has done all the work. It's all there. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. My receptionist called Breege and Fiona the last couple of years. Breege and Fiona were great. Hi, Anna. Great to see you. Thank God you're here. It's a great time to get this sorted. Right, so you want to get sorted for the wedding in Spain. You want to wear Jimmy Choos and think, great. She's already told you what the problem is. And then all you do for the next week, month, 2-3 months of treatment is talk about getting her to dance in Spain in shoes that she wants to wear. That's all you talk to her about. If you start talking technical or any other bullshit, you're going to confuse her. She's there to dance in Spain in shoes. That's all she wants. And that's all you need to talk to her about. It's as easy as that. Just talk to her every time you see her about how we're closer to getting to dance in Spain. That's it. That's it. That's it. It's as simple as that. Yeah. I mean, okay, does that sound difficult?
Sometimes we focus on fixing the body of that person, but they don't want the body to be fixed. They want to do something. They want to have a life, to enjoy life, or to.
It's what they're going to miss out on.
Sorry about that sound. It's about the window. It's a motorcycle out there. Sorry.
A kid who comes to see you with heel pain. Yeah. How do you get him to do his exercises? You don't tell him. I tell him, who do you support? Brain for Feet lives near Barcelona. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
No, don't worry. It's always put it on. It's Barcelona.
Okay. So normally the kids are coming in and have a football top on, or you talk to them. Who do you like? I like Messi. Okay. All you do is you talk to them. This exercise, Messi does these exercises. Yes. This is going to make you run and score as quick as Messi. Oh yeah, I'll do the exercise now because he wants to be like Messi. That's how you talk to children.
That things that kind of I know that's quite different, but some kind of sort of are ready to individualize and custom everything that you do for the patient. So it's again, I'm sorry about to repeat myself, but it's about all the context and understand and provision of the context and objectives of the patient and perspective about what you can do for him. So it's less robot and it's more person. So I do like that again. That's good because that's why I truly apply. That's why only one question. Do you think that everybody is capable to arrive at this point?
Well, the patient or the clinician?
As a professional, do you think everybody could arrive at this point?
It's just like talking to your aunt. If your aunt brain,
but in the context of the professional,
stop your fucking you got your white coat and your thing, and you think you're all this. You've got your certificates on the wall. Nobody cares. Get over yourself.
Okay.
Honestly. But it's like, who's your favorite aunt? Just talk to her like you talk to your aunt.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm gonna have to put this emphasis in the translation.
Yes.
God, I can't figure out. I mean, when somebody told me this, we learned how to do it from them. I had mentors. I had people who taught me. When I explained that to me, it's like, Jesus Christ. Oh my God, that's so easy. Yeah, of course it's so easy. Because if in 4 weeks' time you forget why Anna's come, and you don't keep talking to her about going to Valencia and dancing in her Jimmy Choos, that's why patients drop off from appointments. Because you forget. You need to remind them every time why they're coming. Oh yeah, I forgot. I want to go to Spain and dance. Because life gets in the way. Because the patient's keen at the start, they want to get it fixed, and they're ready to go, and they book the appointments, and then they cancel, or they have a couple of treatments and then they cancel. Yeah, but and you're like, I don't know why. Yeah, because you forgot to talk to them about why they came in the first place. You started talking technical. You didn't remind them. And again, it's like that. Again, it is like that, want to buy something today and I research and I'll go and I'll look at it and I can get it on Amazon in 2 days, but I can get it in the local shop and it's €2 more, but I'll go there and you want to get it now. So there, but then the novelty wears off. Yeah. And it's just human nature. I'm not talking anything that is anything new. This is just human nature. Honestly, if there's anybody who listens to this podcast, anybody who's listening on Facebook now, who didn't book their last holiday in the way I described, that's everybody does it. That's why there's so many pictures. I'm anal when I go to stuff. I look at the restaurant menu. Richie was watching earlier on. My friend Richie thinks I'm a nightmare. I will know, 2 months before what I'm going to eat in a restaurant. That's how anal I am. I look at the wine list and look at the wine, because if I'm going away somewhere and I'm booking somewhere, that's how anal I am. Patients are exactly like that. Exactly like that. Brian, what was the last €500 item that you bought? A television or a video camera or something? What was it?
Sorry,
what?
What was the last big ticket, €400 or €500, €1,000 something that you bought?
That I bought. I think that was. I think that was my mark registration. No, but I think I have the PlayStation.
PlayStation. Okay.
With investment.
PlayStation. Everybody knows what you get with a PlayStation because there's only one PlayStation. Okay, but let's go PlayStation. You didn't just wake up one morning and go, right, I'm going to go and play. Maybe you did. You didn't wake up one morning and go, right, I'm going to go and buy a PlayStation. Went straight out and bought the credit card and bought a PlayStation. I'm sure you checked the price. I'm sure you checked the price in at least one other place. Oh, yeah.
And I compared for sure.
Yes. How many places did you compare?
This is about the thing that you're going to have to buy. So you know that the prices don't change so much, but it's not the same example. So I think I compare about 2 or 3 places.
So even for something that's standard across the world, you compared 2 or 3 prices. Okay, let's get something slightly different.
Yes.
Like the webcam that I just bought. That eventually arrived after 8 weeks. I looked at. I read about 3 or 4 different review sites, and I looked on Amazon, and I looked on eBay, and I looked on a couple of other places, and I had to think, and I said,
I bet you one thing right here, because the person who's searching for the camera, or maybe for a travel, or maybe for something that I quite afford and compare, the first thing that the people used to seeking or found is the other person's opinion.
That's why reviews. That's why Google reviews.
The best reviews. Google reviews. The ones that they couldn't understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to, you look at the restaurant review. You look at
for sure TripAdvisor.
You look at TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
The reason that the hotel doesn't have one photograph, it has 130 photographs of bathroom and soap in a dish in the bathroom, because people look at those everything. It's just okay. So let's just get on from belaboring the point of how people make buying decisions. If you do not think that your patient makes a buying decision with you, which is what basically turning up in your clinic is, the way we've just talked about for the last half an hour, you're nuts. You're crazy. You're loco. This is how people make buying decisions. What they're doing with you is they're choosing to do business with you. Okay. The only job of your website is to make patients do business with you. And it's not an advertisement for you and your qualifications and your new gait analysis system and your new video and your pressure mat and your thing and your anything. They don't care. They want to know, can this guy help me go and dance in Spain at my daughter's wedding in my Jimmy Choos, in my F Me shoes, pumps. Yeah, listen to the Amy Winehouse song. It's really good. That's the talk we had the other day with Cameron Kippen in Australia, and the whole history of shoes and footwear and foot binding and the whole sexual fetish thing about shoes and the whole. I mean, it's fascinating, and if I don't know. Some colleagues were a little bit worried and disturbed about what we talked about. It's like, if I was able to go out to a bar tonight, all the girls aren't wearing fucking flip-flops. They're wearing heels and nice shoes because they like to dress up and they want to look beautiful for themselves. That's what nice footwear is about. Makes you feel good. Anyway, that's enough about feet and footwear. Let's talk about money. What's the word? I've been practicing this. Yeah. I know.
Your sentence. Your sentence.
Huh?
Are you going to say your sentence now?
No, I forgot that. I had it written down. Yeah. Elevate tus precios. Put your prices up.
Okay, let's give some context to this. Okay.
Okay. Good.
Let's talk first about podiatry in Ireland. Okay. I'm a bit interested in that. And, are there lots of podiatrists in Ireland? Because the possibility of studying in Ireland is quite new from 2012.
There's two universities providing podiatry in Ireland. The one in Northern Ireland in Belfast or in Coleraine now, and one in Galway in the west of Ireland. And that was the new Irish school. Was it 2008? I think. Can't remember. Somebody will tell me on Facebook now. I think we've had 8 years of graduates or more. I think.
Okay, so most of the podiatrists working there are from England or formed in England.
Most of the podiatrists, like my age or 40s and things, would have all pretty much a lot of people would have gone to England and trained in the podiatry schools there, and then came back home. Yeah.
And how many podiatrists? Do you know how many podiatrists are working in England right now?
I think in the Irish Society there's 150, 160 members.
No way. And what's the population of Ireland?
Ireland's about 4 million or 5 million, I think.
Okay,
in the whole
that's not...
Ireland. No, sorry. Well, of course, so we're talking the whole of Ireland. I'm Irish. We talk whole of Ireland. Sorry to my friends. Anyway, in the north of Ireland and the south together as a whole population, it's probably about 5.5 million. 150 podiatrists in the south. I think Sean Savage was on earlier on the Facebook. In the north, maybe 150 again or so. I mean, somebody on Facebook who's looking, tell us now. I can't remember. So in the south of Ireland, 4 million, 4.5 million people, 5 million people, 150 podiatrist qualification. Now there's other foot health professionals, other people who help with feet. Because I'm not too sure. In Spain, I think it's the same, isn't it? I mean,
we have lots of universities to study.
Title isn't.
We have.
But you also have people who don't study, who maybe a short course and maybe a beauty therapist and maybe who does foot care treatments or something.
Yes, yeah, this happens. Yeah, of course.
So in Ireland there's so it's been great, and I mean the school in Galway is fantastic, and it's brought a lot more. Yeah, people want to. Well, why you don't want to have to go away to train. You want to stay at home, and podiatry. We used to see all the students on placement, so that was very good to see the students then. A lot of them didn't realize that when they came, they were actually having a week or 2 week interview. But because even if I never met them, if they were in one of the other clinics, I would get feedback. Oh, this guy's good and he knows what he's doing, and no, this person's not rubbish. Okay, so it was like an interview. It was really good, and it was good to see. It was good to see that the course is still developing, and it's there's quite a diabetes aspect to the course. Very diabetes and research, heavy, because that's what it was set up for. Primary care, diabetes. Somebody somewhere 15, 20 years ago was planning ahead, diabetes care and primary care. And
I think
we need,
I think that's common in UK, isn't it? I mean, the education, in the training in podiatry is focused on, well, you touch all the other fields in podiatry, but it's pretty focused on diabetic foot care. As in Australia, it's more in biomechanics.
Well, again, if you listen to my previous talks, I mean, I think all the courses are taught the wrong way around. And that's another conversation. Let's not get into the technical, what way a course is run. We're talking about prices and business. It seems to be the way that the call's gone today. So yeah, in Ireland, and I was charging more. I was charging more than anybody else in because you got to put your prices up. And it's not a crazy Irish guy coming along and saying just put your prices up and nothing else. It's ethically you need to put your prices up, because you don't want to be like me 15 years ago, crying in the car on the way home with no money. Huh?
Yeah,
You don't want to be like that.
Living day to day.
I'm telling you, you do not want to be like that. Okay? You need slightly more money in your practice to give you a bit more profit so you can help you invest in yourself, invest in your family. Guess what happens then? Then it makes it easier to help your patients. Because you're working too hard and you're really stressed and you're worried about money and you're worried about the holiday and you're worried about everything and you're worried about how am I going to buy a new piece of equipment or any of those things that everybody who runs a business worries about. If you're only worrying about that, it's all down to the money. But if you've got slightly more, little bit more money, takes the pressure off. And then you can go and do that new course and you can go and travel. And
where did you want to travel? You practice the sentence though.
Okay.
Where do you want to travel? You practice the sentence.
Yeah, oh no, I'm not going to do that. I mean, I'd say, I was going to say Irun. I've been to Irun. It's a lovely, anyway, so Jose said to go to Benidorm. Do you want to go? I used to go to holiday in Ibiza. I don't want to go to holiday in Benidorm.
I don't want to go holiday to Benidorm.
No.
You're not going to find me there.
No. For sure.
Well, maybe after 10 years in England, I want to go to Benidorm.
So this is it. If I didn't have higher prices, I couldn't go on holiday in Ibiza. That was it. If you don't have, somebody asked me on a call a couple of weeks ago, how much should you put it up? Double it. Double your prices. Because guess what? I worked in a clinic in London one time, and the guy I was working for decided to double his prices. That was it.
All of a sudden.
Monday morning, prices are double. Guess how many patients we lost?
No.
17%. 17%. In the 70%. Next year. 17.
17 only.
Yeah, that's a huge difference.
So guess what? You made a hell of a lot more money.
He wins more money, yeah, for sure.
Double your prices. See, half the patients earn the same money. Double your prices. See the same number of patients.
Okay.
Double your profit. Okay. So again, I'm not really recommending double, but you can do that. And we'll get on to how much you charge in Spain in a second. Okay. I'm trying not to be, and again, I'm critical of colleagues wherever we go. It's because if you're working really hard at 70, 80 hours a week and you don't have any time and you don't have any money and you don't have time for your family and you don't have time and money to go on a course, a biomechanics course, another thing. If you don't have time to buy the new PlayStation, you don't have the money to buy the PlayStation. Okay, how do you do that? You may as well be working in McDonald's, earning minimum wage. Not ideal, but why? But why spend 3, 4, 10 years qualifications? He's just about to complete his master's. I'm sure you're doing something similar.
Yeah.
Why put all that time, effort, and work in and not? So anyway, ethically, you need to charge more because then you can help yourself more. You can help your family more. You're less.
Yeah, for sure.
stressed.
Yeah, for sure. To help.
You're a nicer person.
Yeah, for sure, to help.
And then
help
you can help more patients.
Yes, it's easy to say better with you. You say better with you, for sure. That's why you say in the mood or not. That's quite a...
Ethically, you need to put it up. You imagine, you're not going to go out and double it. I'd like you to. Let's have that conversation about Spanish prices for that. Well, no, let's go back to Ireland because Jose didn't want me to talk about this really.
Yeah,
Ireland, we charge more.
There.
So the thing is, where I'm living now, there's 4 podiatry practices. And if Anna is phoning up looking to go to Spain to dance their thing, she phones all 4 clinics. How much is it? It's 35 euros. How much is it? It's 38 euros. How much is it? It's 37 euros. How much is it? It's 75 euros. What does Anna now think?
That they're doing different things.
If everybody was 38, 40, 37, and I was 37, she could only choose the clinic on the price. And it's a couple of euros, and I'll go there. It's the middle price. If she phones the other 3 clinics, and then she phones me in at 75, in her brain, because it's all psychology, she is like, what are these guys doing that is different? They must be doing something different. I'll go and have a look. Or I'll actually look at the website again a bit more.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's her health. And she really values her health.
Okay.
Guess what? She doesn't want to skimp and do cheap on her health because it's important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, there are some patients who will, but I'm not looking for the cheapest cardiologist. I just had my hip done. I had my hip replaced, changed my life. I'm not looking for the cheapest orthopedic surgeon. And I certainly didn't ask him, could he do it slightly cheaper? Did I? No.
Or a neurologist. You find a cheap neurologist for €1. You don't go. Yeah. For sure. That's the trap in there.
Again, here we go. Sean Savage. 500 to 600 podiatrists in Northern Ireland. Thanks, Sean. That's a huge amount. What are they all doing? So here we go. Adam McElwain. Sorry. So my numbers are completely wrong. In Ireland, Adam McElwain, who lectures in Galway now. Hi, Adam. 280 members. I'm on the old thing. 280.
Or can you have 600 podiatrists and only 200 members?
No. So this is it. So south of Ireland. South of Ireland, 280 members, a population of about 4 or 5 million. You can look up a population of the south of Ireland. Sean says 500 and 600 podiatrists in Northern Ireland, which only has a population of 1 million or so.
Yeah,
so I'm confused.
Is this right? This is.
You sure?
Isn't it the other way around?
Well, these are guys who know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, of course.
I used to be on the Irish Council of the Podiatry Council 15 years ago. So there's more numbers now, obviously. So there we go. So that's the numbers. So anyway,
and one important point, Justin. Now we talked the first call we had. We talked that for us to work in Southern Ireland, we don't need. We can the HCPC registration for now.
Yeah, there's no HCPC. No, HCPC is the UK.
Exactly. Southern Ireland doesn't belong to the UK, and it's Europe, and it's gonna.
We're our own country. What are you talking about? That's like saying.
I'm saying that doesn't belong. That's what I'm saying. What?
Okay, we can get it. My cousin lives in Bilbao, and he's married to a Basque girl. Hi, Cormac. Hi, Unade. And we can talk about Basque stuff, and we can talk about independence and. No,
I'm not saying that. I mean, sorry if I offended someone. It wasn't my intention. That's
it's all gone apeshit here. They're coming to get you. No, don't worry.
if I want to go to work to Dublin, as Southern Ireland is
I want to go work in Spain. I can go work in Spain tomorrow, and I'm coming, and I'm charging €75. And guess what? People are going to come and pay me. Guess where I'm going to go on holiday? I'm going to go to Ibiza. Not going to Benidorm. I'm going to have more money in my practice to invest in myself, to invest in my family, to look after my children, to do all those things that you want to do in your community. Gives you time, gives you a life.
Give you a
life.
Yes. Life.
Because guess what? All those patients who you think really like you. Yeah, and they do like it because you provide a wonderful professional service and you help them have better quality of life. If you close and go out of business, are they coming to see you? Are they paying you any money? No, they're not. They're going to find a clinic down the road and it's next. Yeah, that's it. So, I mean, put up your prices, have a slightly more money at the end of the week so you can go out and have a nice dinner. Bring the wife out. Buy a new pair of shoes.
Work for leave.
To a bar.
Work.
Okay?
That's work for leave that doesn't leave for work.
Yeah. You want to have the business work for you. You don't want to have to work for the business.
Yeah.